Hello, everyone. Mm, I am suddenly live. I'm random. I just decided about, I don't know, half an hour ago that I was going to come on and do something because it has been a terribly long time and I need to talk to you and maybe you need to talk to me too. Oops, better pull that up a little bit. Anyhow, hopefully they don't go on too long, whatever they're going on with out there. So, what I wanted to talk about is things that have been going on with me lately, where I want to move forward and how you guys want to move forward because it's not just up to me. So, I wanted you, first of all, to write to me any ideas. Just a second. Oops. I'm shutting that door. Okay, there we go. So I want you guys to write to me any ideas that you have or that things that you want to talk about. You want to talk about more at length, more in depth. I am not a professional and I know a lot about some things and a little about a lot of things. But I think that I might be able to help in some areas for some people. Some things are practical, things that, I hands on build, and other things are emotional processes that we can go through. Hi, Max. How are you? Long time no see. I wrote to you recently, so just hold on one sec. Sorry about this. Carmela! Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. It figures she's been quiet all morning. As soon as I go on live, that's when it's going to happen. So, as you know, you guys, I posted something in the community that my niece passed away. And my niece was like one of my own children. We were really, really close. And I did a lot for her and with her for the past 10 years. Really, we were really close. Anyway, oh, really? Aw, I wish I'd known. Well, if we had been close, but anyhow, so I've been going through all that grieving process, and my niece, had a drug addiction. She was, addicted to fentanyl and, the crystal meth, and just about anything she could get her hands on, really. And her heart, though, was as sweet as anything. She was always doing things to help people and also trying to make them feel better. Like whenever they were down or sad, or even me, who was usually the helper, if I was ever down or sad, she was trying to encourage me, trying to tell me I am a great person, trying to build up my self esteem. And this poor little soul was so tortured that she put all these terrible drugs into her system. And one day she put too much. And it's a terrible loss for me, but I'm getting through it. I'm at the grief part. So I want to open up the topics up a little bit here. I am going to do tarot sometimes, but it's not going to be my mainstay. I really, through the tarot over these years, I've been helping people with their stuff, with, trauma, addiction, depression, loneliness, career, like when we feel like failures because we haven't gotten this far in life, or all kinds of things that these cards do. But sometimes we just don't need the cards. Let's just talk straight on, straight across the board, and open up these topics to make them talkable. A lot of people are really uncomfortable talking about trauma, addiction, and there's a lot of people suffering out there, and there's a lot of parents or family members that are suffering watching someone go through this because that's just as hard. So Oh, Renee, Annette, Max, all you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I want us to keep helping each other because I think I learn just as much and get just as much from you guys as you get from me. I learn a lot too. And sometimes I learn at the very moment you are through the cards. I'm thinking, geez, your things come out of you that you don't plan on, right? It's all kind of random. But anyway, so I just wanted to like open it up. And so where we could get to a comfortable place, being able to talk about just about anything and a way to work through it. How do we get through something like that? What are the steps? What is step number one? Like, where do I even start with something like that? That I really want to help people with that. And like I said, I don't know everything, but I know a lot of people who know a lot of things. And I think together, and you guys too, maybe you'll help me with something. You know what I mean? And so, anyway, I just want to open this exchange and share and do some of that. The other thing I want to do with the tarot is I would like to look at some of the cards individually and go really into the deeper meaning of the card, the lesson that's intended. Because honestly, this is what life is a series of lessons. And once you finally figure that one out, on to the next one, we become the fool again and we're on to the next moral lesson to learn something that we don't know yet or we haven't caught on to or got the knack of or we're stumped. We weren't taught this as kids or our family didn't behave that way, so I don't know what you're talking about. Things like that, like we just aren't born with a full toolkit. I don't mean that in a mean way. So I also want to do some storytelling and provide any information if there's more information you're wanting to know. Of course, we can all Google it, but I thought if you wanted to do discussion, we could do live and do a bit of discussion or talk through. And yeah, talking about grief, loss, because there's stages in all of these processes that we go through, and some of it's completely normal and natural for you to be at that stage. So I want to tell you a story, okay? I attended and wasn't a part of and involved in a grieving ceremony for my niece. Okay. And um, there's, a lot of people there that were her friends and part of her. We wanted to have something for her where members of her community, whether they were using or anything, could come and honor her. And so, anyway, so many different people, some of her workers came that were trying to help her through all this, and friends and different people. And someone came and I was expressing a lot of anger. It was right at the end, and I'd been all right all day. I'd been calm. And it seemed at the end I got really upset, and a certain conversation really triggered me and got me upset. And I was mad and I was angry. And this person said, you got to calm down, Lynn, because the more you yell, the more people aren't going to listen to you anymore. If you want to be taken seriously and people to hear you, you need to settle down. And I was like, excuse me? What? I can can be as angry as I want to be at who I want to be right now. Don't tell me how to be angry, you know? And I was probably angry for about 3 or 4 days like that. And another friend said to me, Lynn, it's okay to be angry. Anger is the first step in the grieving process. Just don't stay angry. And next, you're going to be sad. And you're going to be sad for a while, but just don't stay sad. And, there was good advice in both of those messages. And it's when we're really ready to hear them. You know what I mean? But that's what I wanted to share it because when I was in the angry stage, I was angry. And I needed to be angry at whoever I was angry at. I needed to get that out. God, I was mad. And and so now I can be in my sad stage and she was right, just don't stay there forever because we need to heal, and so I'm learning and I do listen to other people because you don't know everything. And when you're in it too, it's like swirling whirlpool or something going around, and you just can't really hear any of it kind of thing. So, um, and that person that told me not to be angry that day came back and apologized. And they said, Lynn, I feel bad about telling you not to be angry. You're absolutely right. Be angry if you want to. You're allowed to have your anger. I said, thank you. And I'm sorry I got upset at you, but I was angry. So anyway, I just want to make room to validate your feelings. Validate that's it sounds about right to me. You just lost someone, so you'll be angry, or you just lost your job, so you'll be angry. You know, and like I said, just don't stay there. So, what do you think, guys? That's true. That's true because it's not just always, you just sail right forward, eh? You kind of can teeter totter as well, eh? That's absolutely right. And you just got to, do it in your stride. So the other thing is that we got, I think, 5 or 6 planets in retrograde now. And I'm not an astrologer, but normally, like for me, I think Venus is not a good thing in retrograde because I really want to get along with everybody and I want to have smooth relationships. But I think some of them in retrograde is helping me right now. I don't know, somehow it's working for me. I'm not as upset. I was waking upset, really upset in the mornings, especially were difficult. And I haven't felt that the past, I don't know, few days anyway. And so I think it's improving. I don't know if it's the retrogrades all necessarily all that. Maybe it's just some of my emotional work I'm trying to do. I wanted to say to others too that I started journaling to help me with my anger and my feelings of maybe injustice and all that. And so I started writing, and boy, did it really help me get that anger out because I thought, geez, I don't want to be so mad. I don't want to be that kind of person. I didn't like it. But I needed a way to express it instead of yelling at the world. And I talk about journaling all the time, but I don't actually do it. And I did. I have sat down and done some writing, and it's really helped me work through some of this. I can't believe how much it's unloaded, from me. And at the same time, I'm drawing and making little drawings of little mice and trees and things that represent those feelings that day. So it's my journal. I can do what I want, right? and so can you. And I just wanted to recommend it. And you don't have to, you know, do it every single day, do it when you have time. And when you are feeling that feeling, doesn't have to be anger either. There's all kinds of other feelings out there, but something that you feel like you need to get out and you don't really have a place to do it is so helpful to me anyway. So it's just a little reminder, a little share thing. So surprise, 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 surprise. I know I wasn't gonna do tarot anymore, but I do want to look at one card. Now, I've been thinking about one card a lot lately, okay? It'd be weird if it comes out. And the card is the Eight of Swords, okay? Now, let's just see. I told you because sometimes I don't say anything and then it comes out, and I was thinking that one. So let's have a little lucky see here. Let's have a lucky see. Now, for the next 6 months, let's just take August, okay? Let's just take it in small doses. Let's see for August. Do we have anything here? Do we have anything for all of us where we got all these planets in retrograde, which I think is in some ways a good thing. I think in some ways things are going to come to a boil finally, things that have been stewing for a long time are going to finally come to a boil. I think, I think I'm going to take this one. Oh, it's just the opposite, okay? Three of Cups. So, in the Three of Cups, is usually celebration. It's usually a success of some sort, an agreement. And this is emotional. So this is taking emotional steps forward, having optimism, and also not feeling alone. This is you're feeling a part of something, included. It's inclusive, and feeling like you might be able to, you can go forward now. You can move forward. You're feeling up. Okay. So, and this might be the effect that the retrogrades have on you. Maybe because I said, I feel like things are going to come to a boiling point, and I think that is also going to cause resolution. Um, but this is about coming together, understanding, compassion, helping, and also, you don't have to do it alone. Like, I was saying that if anything ever happened to my relationship, I couldn't afford to have my own place, to live alone. I'd have to rely on somebody. I'd have to share with someone, do it together. Kind of like what I said in the description, doing it together, moving forward together, and sharing. So this, and oh, look at that. She's got the triple spiral on her back, okay? And the triple spiral has a lot of meanings, and I'm sure some of you will tell me. Um, but there's the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. There's the mother, father, and the child. And like I said, lots others. But for me, it's about opening to doing something with these feelings, with your desires, with like accessing, not it's the opposite of staying in, keeping everything to yourself and like thinking, oh, why bother? This is the opposite of that. It's thinking, why not? Why don't I give it a shot? What have I got to lose? Carol says she'll help me. And Jim says he'll give me a ride out there and, whatever, help me with tools or, you know what I mean? Like, I think people end up being there for you that you didn't think were. I think they're still there. We're all kind of in our cocoons, eh? We're all kind of in our cocoons. And I think it's about time we reached out, connected, like I'm doing now with you and you're doing with me, you know? So, and losing my niece is a huge reminder of that to me. I there's there's things I wished I did and regrets and it's all about connection, acceptance, love, togetherness. Come on, come on, come on, you're coming. We're not leaving you behind. Come on. So, this is it's very feminine energy too, not to exclude any men out there. It's very feminine energy. It's that sense of nurturing and support, you know. But anyhow, so I love that for this month coming. I'm not saying I'm, going to wait a month to come back, but I'm kind of getting my list of things that I want to make videos of. And also, I want to listen to your ideas of anything you'd love to know. I can build things. Okay. So it's not all just philosophy and, tarot and hi, Brian. Nice to see you. I have built garden boxes. I lay flooring. I'm about to build a shed, a complete garden shed out of doors and pallets. So I'm going to connect all the doors together all the way around. It's probably going to be about 12 by 10-foot shed. And so I should video some of the process of doing this. I was planning on laying it all out today, but it's pouring rain. Have you seen them? Yeah, they are so cool. And I'm all about recycling, reusing. I built garden boxes tall enough so if the dog pees on it, he doesn't hit the plants. All these preventions, instead of getting mad at the dog, I just built the garden box a lot higher. Just there's so many things but I'm not a professional. I'm a Jill of all trades, professional at none. I have my own way of getting things done, and it's usually cheap, fast, but practical and sturdy. Practical and sturdy. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you very much. Aw, thank you very much. Um, well, I want to come back but I don't want to completely just do all readings. And I don't know how to balance that all out because 24 videos a month was completely overwhelming to me. Plus I had to work and it was too much. So I wouldn't mind doing something, but not that much. I'm just not sure where the exact balance is there. I'm trying to find it right now with you guys. So, do any of you have any questions out there watching? Thanks for all the thumbs up, by the way. I really appreciate it. This is a little part of my niece in here, a very little small part of her, and it's hard for me to think of her in this way. But I got this so that I can take her riding on the motorcycle with me. And I used to take her when she was a kid, before she got too big and too heavy. And I'd take her riding on the motorcycle all over the place, eh? And so now we can still go riding together. So, yeah, so does anyone have any questions or suggestions? I'm really open to suggestions. Is there anything weird? You can write to me, comment below if you want, if you don't want to be right out there, right out loud in front of everybody. That's okay too. Anyway, I won't go on too long. I didn't really prepare too much. I just made a few notes here. Um, to and or any stories that you want to know, try doing one video each month for each sign. Oh, thanks, Heather, very much. um that might be all right. I would like to do, I could do a video a month, or a video a week, perhaps. One a week is not too overwhelming, but I'd also like to do one that's like off the topic of, and talking about other things, like maybe opening up, like if the reading were a lot about a certain topic, maybe the next video could open that topic a little bit more, because I'm no counselor. I don't mean to come off or go in that direction kind of thing, because I'm not. It's just sort of ways that I might know that may help you, may not. Um, because I've had a lot of Aboriginal First Nations cultural teachings, and I only know what I've been taught. I don't know everyone's teachings of all the cultures, just what I've been taught. And I cherish those and would love to share some of them, the ones I'm allowed to share. And some of the stories, storytelling are so valuable because of the lesson that they're intended, that they intend to give you as the parent, the elder, the child, the person going through whatever, what do they call that, rite of passage that you happen to be going through at the time. And some of the expected things that you're going to go through that we don't really think about, and we don't give ourselves credit for half the time. Like the stuff we go through and the stuff we don't give ourselves credit for. Anyway, like I said, I'm going on and on and on. And I don't want to do that. Oh, the other how to stuff is some of the Aboriginal stuff. For instance, oops, drum making. See that drum right there hanging above me? I made that. That's out of deer hide, and I can do a whole instructional video on how to put one together, start to finish, including with a few different varieties on how to tie them in the backs, because there's a few different ways. So just things like that. I know how to make rattles and oh, thanks, Allison. And like, so anyway, I'll leave it at that. Okay. So you got a few options there. I'm gonna start in August, the very first beginning of August, with one of each. Let's say I'll do one tarot and I'll do one random video on something. If you have any ideas or requests, send them to me, and then I'll be able to prepare something on that topic. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Like, I can't even believe you've been this faithful, loyal, waiting, patient all this time. Like, I just feel a real friendship out there with you guys. It's unbelievable. And I just appreciate you being so patient and waiting for me all this time. It means so much. I just needed that little crash a little bit for a bit, you know? Thank you, Annette. Like, I really appreciate all you guys being here. And and yeah, I'm excited about what's to come. I'm really excited. So, anyway, Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in a couple days. Love you. Bye.